So, The Elder Scrolls Online has been out now for quite some time, and if you've been on the internet or any sort of form of media, you'll realise that game has been slated. It has been bashed, and quite rightly so. Now, firstly, okay, the game's maybe not as bad as everyone makes it out to be. Everyone's making it out to be like the worst thing they've ever played, but there is better MMOs out there, and I think the thing that everyone has got so pissed about is because this was the Elder Scrolls Online. This wasn't just another MMO, it was Elder Scrolls. And Elder Scrolls has a huge, passionate fan base. The game has a reputation of being a masterpiece. The series has a reputation of being a masterpiece, being amazing. A game that everyone loves. Like any new news you hear about a new Elder Scrolls, like oh, it's just amazing because Bethesda have never really let you down with them sort of games. They've always delivered. And when they said the Elder Scrolls Online, I think people were skeptical, but they was hoping for something a little different. Right, now the thing is that what I'd say we want is maybe not an MMO, maybe just say, I don't know, 4 of your friends to join your world and you can do whatever on the map. So still the, whatever Skyrim or whatever Elder Scrolls gameplay thing, but have just friends coming with you, not bloody 100,000 people all at once. Because the thing is, with these sort of games with the Elder Scrolls, when you play them, and you come to admit it, you can't help but role play in these games. You can't help but think, yeah, this is my house, I'm going to get on my horse. And sometimes I don't even fast travel in that game because I want to see the scenery, and then I might want to go off and explore. And you might break in and thieve something and you think, yeah, I'm a cool thief. I don't know, just anything, You kind of get so engrossed in the character and that. It's like my friend, he doesn't even like RPG games, but he got Skyrim. He's even downloading mods so his guy could rake grass or something and lean on the walls, just because he was so engrossed in role playing the game. And that's what I mean, the game does that to you. And the thing is, it's Elder Scrolls kind of known, it's just a single player experience. But when you got MMO, all people jumping up and down, doing all weird shit and just everything coming in one, it kind of breaks you out of that sense of you being the immersion in that world. It kind of brings you back and think, this is just a PC game. But it's kind of just feels like an MMO with an Elder Scrolls skin, per se. And that's the thing, like so many reviewers and people are saying that Elder Scrolls Online discourages you from partying up because there's glitches and stuff like that, and the way the questing is. And that's the thing, if you shouldn't have been so big on single player with this MMO, because the game already has a fantastic franchise of single player games. Like World of Warcraft, that's just an MMO. Sure, there was strategy games before that, but that's just kind of an MMO. There's not some single player game you can play. It's just an MMO. So when you do the Elder Scrolls Online and it's an MMO, maybe you should have really focused on multiplayer and encouraging people to join together and do stuff together, because doing stuff together is what you can't do in the normal Elder Scrolls games. So why would you then say try and do this stuff on your own single player when you can just go get Skyrim cheaper and it's a better single player experience? Now, one thing that really does kind of bug me is a monthly fee. The thing, you got to pay like, I don't know, $60 I guess in America, but £40 over here, and you got to buy a subscription fee, and even if you get the free month first, you still have to put in your credit card details to allow you to have that free month, and it will keep carrying on and on unless you cancel it. And that's the thing, if this game doesn't offer a better single player experience and it's kind of broken, why should I pay monthly? That's a lot of money. There's other great games out there that I can play, and like I say, you can pick up Skyrim for it's like on the Steam sale, or get on your Xbox or whatever, because there's nothing really that shouts out in the Elder Scrolls Online, by me, this game, this is separate from the Elder Scrolls franchise, this is like a completely new experience, because to be honest it's not. It sounds like a cool idea, and I think everyone had hoped that it would just be like single player of Elder Scrolls, you know, you could buy a house and have friends come into your world and see what you do, have and that, and you could just do everything you can do in single player but with friends and that. But it's just not like that. It kind of, for me, it feels like it didn't know where it wanted to be, MMO or single player. It felt like it didn't want to, because with the Elder Scrolls having the name, you got a lot to live up to, and they didn't really live up to it. They wanted that single player experience that the Elder Scrolls offers, but they're trying to get, you know, sort of MMO features as well, and they didn't feel like they wanted to risk anything. They wanted to try and play it safe, kind of, because this game was expensive to make, and it's a shame, but it feels like they failed. But a lot of people are saying this game will be free to play soon. Maybe it will after years, like what happened with the Star Wars game. That's what's going to happen with this game. The problem I have is them CGI trailers. They made about 3 of them, and the way they're showing the gameplay, and I knew the gameplay was never going to be like this. It was just so obvious. It's like, why are you making trailers like this? Try and make it to how the game is, and instead of spending a shitload of money on these CGI trailers, why not actually put it into the game, making it a better experience for everyone? Because at the moment, everyone's slagging this game, and it doesn't sound like it's going to last long. It sounds like it's going to die soon, which is such a shame. But with the next Elder Scrolls game, we don't even know what it is, but when it comes out on the next gen, if they ever make that, it would be amazing if they could incorporate a kind of multiplayer feature of just, even if it's just one friend coming into your world and you do everything you can do, but just with a friend. That is what I think people want. This game was never a multiplayer sort of game. It was never a game where you and your friends would all play. It was more of a single player experience, but you'd always be fascinated by what your friends' characters like and that. So you'd always want to see that, but it was never wanting to, I don't know, have about 100,000 people killing each other, doing everything. So yeah, so it's a shame really, because, you know, there's a lot of hype and people did hope this would be great, but it's just unfortunate that it's not. But there was also rumours that a new Fallout could be an MMO, and just whatever you do, don't make Fallout an MMO. That game is gold on its own. So keep that single player and stay sweet.